Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. We're working still on the personal logo design project. This time we're working on part 3, adding some text to your actual logo and seeing how that works out. So if you would for me, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be opening up Adobe Illustrator for the last time. So let's go and go to that Creative Cloud and open that up. And now that we got Adobe Illustrator open, we can go up to the help button towards the very top. Click on that, go down to tutorials. Once tutorials is opened up, we go ahead and click on that back button because we're trying to get towards hands-on tutorials. We come down here under graphic design, make a logo. And then we have this last one right here, add text to your logo. And we go ahead and click on that one and start tutorial. So here we go. A couple of different pieces it looks like we're going to be working on here. So we have some different information. Sans serif is without these extra little kind of pieces at the edges, kind of making it fancier, and then serif is with those. So be able to help keep that in mind. I imagine that's going to be popping up as we are moving through this. So step number 1, we're going to select the type tool and click below the logo art on the B on the left to add some placeholder text. So type tool is that one with the letter T. We'll click right in here below it. We're going to type the word capital B-E-B-L-Y. We are going to click the selection tool, and then clicking on that now, we're going to drag on the, while holding the shift key. So we're going to click on that shift key, click on the corner of it, and we're going to drag and make that bigger. How big do they make it from the looks of it? Let's see if they'll show it just one more time here on their little video. Oh, they go big. So there we go. Nice and big on that picture. Now that we have that, we move on to the next spot. So we want to leave that selected though. Click next. In the character section of the properties panel, so we're over here towards this right side, and if you don't have this selected, this is going to be very hard to be able to set and find. So in the character section right over here, click the font family option to see a menu of fonts. So that's what we have right here. In the font menu, click filter fonts by classification so it looks like a funnel. Oh, right there. Nice little funnel right there. And then we're going to select sans serif from the menu. So again, that means we're trying to get those ones that do not have serif. So this one right here, no little fancy pieces happening on there. So we're trying to filter to where we're only seeing sans serif happening. Oh, well that's peachy. No results found. Your Creative Cloud subscription includes even more fonts. Explore Find More tab and activate as many. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now we have more. I actually did see this pop up a lot on a lot of your guys' accounts today, so that's not on you. Pick a sans serif font in the list to apply it. Cool. So we get to pick whichever one we want here. And let's see, which one do I like? Ooh, that Barber one's kind of cool. Let's keep going. Ooh, that one's kind of nice. Wow, there is a lot of different types of fonts on here. That is very nice to be able to set and see. Keep going. Ooh, that one's nice. Not so much. Man, that has to be like borderlines being serif and not sans serif, because it has some of those little pieces sticking off there. You know what? I do like that Barber one, but let's go with the Anton regular. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, need to activate it. Yep. Click OK. So I just had to click the little download button that was on there. And there we go. Now I can click on it and work on it. Good. You find a visual example. We chose Sophia Pro Medium. Yep. Well, I picked a different one because you can. You can pick whichever one you end up wanting. And let's keep going. Next. With the text box still selected, in the character section of the property panel, find the tracking option. So here, we're still in the properties. We come down. We're looking for the tracking option. So let's hover over a couple of these, see what we got. Let's click that find button right there. Pointing right in between both of them. That's awesome. We are trying to find the tracking option. I'm going to move them closer together. So is this the tracking option there? Yeah, that's the tracking option. And extended selection can only be set to auto or 0. Okay, let's try this one. There we go. Let's shrink that down. So we're going to have this one right here. And I've dropped this one down super close actually, -40 to get it really close. It's probably going to vary for you to be able to set and get that on there. I'm not quite sure why these buttons over here, when you hover over them, don't show up, like how if you hover over these buttons along the left hand side, they have to tell you what they are. Adobe, if you ever see this somehow, I suggest you fix that. That would be quite nice. Granted, the button right here is also nice too. Let's go ahead and select the type tool and click between two letters in the text. So type tool, looks like they went between a B and an E. Locate the kerning option. Okay, that's this one right here. Click the down arrow several times to move the two characters even more closer together. Why do I want to have it that close? Oh well. So apparently you can just individually make one letter really close together. So we're just going to smush these for the fun of it. Squish those down in. There we go. If you see uneven gaps between two characters, you can adjust it. Oh, okay. So with that kerning option, let's say I feel, for whatever reason, okay, that actually is way too close. Basically, it's just trying to help fine adjust it if the other option over there didn't seem like it did a very good job. Let's say like the Y seems just a little too far apart. I start pulling that one in. I guess if I pull that one in too far, nope, looks bad. Let's move it back out. There we go. So the kerning just gives that little bit of extra wiggle room inside there to help make it nice and even in case there's differences in fonts or things like that happening. And I think that's all we had to do on this page. So let's go ahead and click next. The logo and the art need to look right together. Deciding how they align in the best distance between both is an important step. Click the selection tool, so right up on top here. And drag the text closer to the logo art if you need it. It's already pretty close to start with. Shift click the B above the text to select the text and the B artwork. So we hold shift and click. Now we have all of them. Now we're going to align it precisely in the align section of the properties panel. So we have the align section right here. We are going to make sure the line 2 selection is chosen. So it's already selected right there. Good. And we're going to click the horizontal align center. So let's hover over. That's horizontal align left, horizontal align center. So this little one right here. And click. Oh, there we go. It looks like that pulled just a little bit. So we kind of undo that just a little bit. So if we click that again, you can see that the B below goes a little bit to the left and the actual B up above goes a little bit to the right. kind of center each other out. Yeah, definitely looks a little better. I imagine depending upon where you had your wording, it could have definitely more affected it. Let's go ahead and go on to page 5 for instructions. So we're going to fine tune the placement just a little bit more. We're going to choose select and then deselect. So select and then deselect. Select the top, come down to deselect. So now those two kind of aren't connected together. And then we are going to, still with our regular selection tool, it looks like we want to click on our wording and we're going to adjust it up or down. And we can use our little arrow keys on here to kind of fine tune it. I think they did a good job left or right, but I want it just a little bit higher on there. I think that would make it look much better. Good. We click next. We're done with page 5. And then we're going to choose edit copy and then edit paste to copy to the center of the window. So we're going to take this one right here. We click. We go up to edit copy. And then we're going to go edit paste. Now let's paste that into the center of the window. Drag the text to the left of the logo artwork on the right. So it looks like they had us pull this up in closer towards here. And then we hold the shift key and then drag this down over towards the left some. Oop, don't want that Y getting below there. Pull that up just a little bit. Just because my particular font. There we go. And I already resized it by helping to hold that shift key, because if you don't hold the shift key, it'll scale left and right and up and down, so it can kind of get really wonky and it starts changing the font, kind of squishing it. If you hold the shift key, it helps to keep that exact kind of scale as you get bigger or smaller, which is a very nice and useful tool to be able to help set nav. So let's go ahead, and honestly, that looks like that's it. That's all you had to end up doing. So you will need to have taken 2 or just like one big screenshot here, helping to show the actual like B-Bly here with the other big next to it. When I've seen some people doing this, they've only been adding 1 screenshot in. There should be 2. So 1 big screenshot that it will look small in the document, but that's okay. So you have those 2 that you need to be taking the screenshot of. And that's all you had to do for adding some text to your logo. I hope that helped out. Now that you have that done, again, remember Command Shift 4 on your Mac will end up actually going through and allowing you to screen record. Make sure to upload that big image, so you have to have both of those different Word formats on there need to be added to that document. So whether or not you want to do it as 2 separate pictures, I highly suggest just 1 big picture, nice and wide on there. Will make it a lot easier. Go ahead and look forward to our next video on part 4. We're going to be starting to work on Adobe Photoshop.